evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So in Ghana, when they want to welcome you, they say Akwaba. And the response is usually, well, the short response is usually Ya. So Akwaba.
Ya.
Akwaba.
Ya.
Thank you. My name is Daniqua. I am from Roosevelt, and I'm currently a resident of Uniondale. And I am a participant of the Freeport PLI. PLI is a 15-week program which, if you go on the website, it describes it as an organization which brings together families across socioeconomic and educational backgrounds while developing skills, working knowledge, and confidence needed to offer potential for change within a community. Now that's a mouthful. But as you hear from other participants tonight and some of our facilitators, you'll find that PLI is even much more than that. PLI has had a great impact on both individuals and communities. But like I said, you'll hear more about that from our other participants tonight. Today, I would like to welcome you all to the graduations of my comrades and I. And while our 15 weeks may have come to an end, trust me, we are just getting started. So, Akwaba, everyone.
Ya.
At this time, I would like to introduce you to the person who is responsible for overseeing PLI. And since we're in playoff season, I'll refer to her as somewhat of a coach, as you know. She has previously served as director of PLI from 2013 to 2017 and is currently serving as the director of curriculum and training of our parent organization, Family Leadership Network. So please welcome everyone, Danielle Asher.
Hello, everybody. Hello. I am so thrilled looking at this room. Oh my goodness, it's very exciting to have all of you here. Thank you so much. So as Daniqua said, I am Danielle Asher. I'm the Director of Curriculum and Training for Family Leadership Network, which is a program of choice for all. And for those of you familiar with Parent Leadership Initiative and the programs Daniqua just described, this year, the Child Care Council, who is the host agency of PLI, we wanted to partner with Family Leadership Network so that we can continue after this foundation has been laid. So it's 15 weeks, the parents are coming every week and they're getting that foundation, they're identifying their passions, they're really starting to identify what kind of leadership and what kind of advocacy they want to take on. And we've had a graduate coalition, but we realized we really needed to kind of boost that up because these parents are hungry and they are ready to see change for their children and their communities and their families. So we created Family Leadership Network and partnered together so that we can now have phase 2, which everyone's ready for that, right? Yes. So you're going to hear more about Family Leadership Network in phase 2 later, but we are so grateful to partner with the Child Care Council and assist in the facilitation of the program. We have had an awesome year. This is the 4th year that PLI has been in Nassau County. And this year and last year we have 2 sites, one in Freeport, one in Westbury, and I'm so overwhelmed with how wonderful this room is. It says a lot about our work because it's all about community. It's all about how we come together as families to see the best for our children and for ourselves and our families. So I don't want to go on too much because my job is really just to pass the mic. But I do just want to say I was so honored this year. I decided to facilitate along with our wonderful team, Nora Bassett and Fetty Castillo and Lisa Kaplan Miller, and being on the ground every week and working with all of the parents and family members that have participated in the program, I cannot share with you in words what you see from beginning to end. The transformation is unbelievably beautiful. And I don't have to tell you about it because you're going to see it. You're going to see it as the parents come up and share. You're going to see it when you talk to their loved ones, their family, and their children, because as all of you lead by example, it's reflected in your families. I know it goes home with you, right? And your kids see what you want to do and they want to lead just like you did. And they know that you're doing something so wonderful for them and for your family. And that really, it's contagious. Hence the reason this room is so full. And you're going to see it too when you're in your communities. You're going to go to a town board meeting and hear some awesome parent that's got it together, that's telling you what kind of change and advocacy they need in their community. And you're going to be like, well, that person, they went to that leadership program. I remember. And you will see it. And you're going to see them on school boards, and you're going to see them maybe running for office one day, just so you know. And you never know, because that is what we create here. And it's only just begun. This is the first day, not the last day, right? Okay. So, with that, I'm so proud and excited. And congratulations to all of you, but let me shut up and step back, as we say. I'm going to introduce I'm going to just introduce quickly our elected officials first. And if I forgot or didn't see someone, please don't hesitate to jump up. So first, I would like to introduce Commissioner John Emhoff of Nassau County Department of Social Services. And next, I'd like to call up Mayor Don Ryan from the Village of Hempstead.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Notice the difference between identifying somebody and then calling them up. Yeah. It does give me a chance to congratulate all of you that have gone through this program. And the fact that we're developing leaders back into the community and being able to make the community better is a blessing. Now, it's always a little scary to start naming names. Otherwise, I'd be able to tell you the Honorable Charmise Desiree is in the room. She must have heard about the fact that you can run for office. It's a spectacular job in the Unionville board, and certainly wish her well. I guess she really doesn't start till next month, so we get another month to enjoy yourself and your family. And I don't want to point out the Hempstead people; they probably were ahead of the class, right? Well, the Watts family, were they the instructors or were they the Wallace and Flex and the whole Watts family are amazing. I would recommend anybody who wants to run for office in Hempstead, get to know all 300 of them. I tell you though, Flex does a remarkable job working with our young people. It's a blessing in the Police Activities League. He's a blessing at Union Baptist Church. He's a blessing everywhere. So I'm happy to see that. Sarah Morrison, whose children, AJ and Aaliyah, played basketball for me when they were younger. And they're probably outside looking for a hoop somewhere. They'll find their way in there eventually. But again, congratulations. Look forward to seeing you thrive in the community. It's so important. And I tell you, as you all know, that our children are our most important product. And when people come up and talk to me about the attacks of their home, so let's talk about your children. Because they're the key. And they say, well, what's wrong with our children? I say, what's wrong with the parents? It's not the children. And we have great children in the village. So we have great adults too. But every first and third Tuesday of the month, boy, they challenge my last nerve. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations.
Next, I'd like to invite up Councilmember Viviana Russell from the town of North Hempstead.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So I just want to say thank you so much for the invitation to come and speak with this auspicious group here this evening. I had the pleasure of coming and doing a panel discussion with them a few months ago, and it was absolutely fantastic. And I know the great work that comes out of this program because I have a wonderful person that came to this office working in my office right now. And I also have to tell you, I know that it was the work in this program that prepared her to work in my office. She is absolutely phenomenal. And so we talk about succession planning and making sure that we have people coming up behind us and people that actually run for office. And congratulations, Shamice. Congratulations. I want to say thank you to the program for preparing people to be an active part of our society and making sure that everyone's needs are taken care of and everyone's needs are looked after. Our children are one of our most important resources, as well as our elderly. And I think the work that you do here prepares them to look at both ends of the spectrum, including themselves. And so thank you so very much for all the work you do. Lisa Kaplan Miller has been a very good friend of mine for many, many years. We worked in the nonprofit world for a very long time together. It's just a great program, and I really don't know what else I can say other than congratulations to all of the graduates. I have to shout out two graduates who are currently working in the town of North Hempstead, Donna Flynn and Jennifer Smith. And like Mayor Ryan did, and shout out the Westbury people. So we know that everyone in this room is great, and thank you so much.
Okay, next we have, this isn't going to stay, my friend, Deputy Commissioner George Martinez, who just started with Nassau County Department of Human Services in the Office for the Aging. And you may also know him as the Deputy Mayor of Freeport. Come on, George Martinez.
I promised two things this year. I promised I wouldn't pick on her, and I promised I would keep it real short. Today I'm wearing two hats. Obviously I'm wearing the hat of Deputy Mayor for the Village of Freeport, and Mr. Ryan can tell you, the Freeport people were well above average. Well above average. But on behalf of Mayor Kennedy, it's a real honor and pleasure that once again you came to our home and you were able to do the process. And I was very lucky 2 years ago to be part of this process. It was probably one of the most enjoyable evenings I've had. You know, everything else, when you get dragged into these things, I was promised, come in for 10 minutes and talk. Almost, 3 hours later? Yes. I was still in that room, and I couldn't figure out how to get out of it. It was a wonderful experience, and I see one of our graduates from that program 2 years ago. So it was really a wonderful experience. And then my second hat, on behalf of our county executive, Laura Curran, is really honored and pleasure to be here, and we have certificates on behalf of the county executive for those graduates. So I can tell you one thing, though. I give you a lot of credit, and it's really a powerful thing. So a lot of people spend a lot of time on their couches or home complaining. You actually got up and you did something. And that is really amazing. Today's world, we're all quick to be on Twitter and whatever stuff we're playing with, and we whine and we complain. You didn't do that. You took care of your family, and more importantly, you took care of your community. And for that, I am extremely grateful. So thank you so much. It's a real honor and a pleasure to be here, and I can't wait to come back next year and see the graduates doing fantastic. Congratulations.
Elected leaders that are here that I missed? Anissa, I didn't see you sneak in. Please come on up, a council member from Long Beach, Anissa Moore. Well, good evening, everyone, and greetings from the city of Long Beach. We're here. I just want to extend my sincere congratulations to all of tonight's honorees. First, I'd like to just say that once again, we've been talking about leadership, and I just want to say that leadership is within you, right? Leadership is within you, and leadership allows you to find yourself in certain places where you step up and you rise up to the occasion. And that's what this evening is about. It's about parents, it's about those individuals
who just live in the community, who decide that they really would like to make a change, and that they like to become advocates. So tonight we celebrate your advocacy because we recognize that you're getting ready to transform your community. You're getting ready to transform your community, and that means you transform one child's life, you transform one family's life, you transform the entire community. And that's what this evening is about, and that's why we celebrate you tonight. So once again, congratulations, and also congratulations to all the families and all those who are here for support this evening. Thank you.
Okay, great. I do want to just acknowledge also that Senior Council Member Dorothy Cousby from the town of Hempstead, she has her photographer here somewhere, and I know she's on her way. And just lastly, I just want to also say a big thank you to BOCES, and in particular Barry Tech and Michelle Cohn, who's the principal, night principal? Adult Evening Programs Principal. She couldn't be here tonight, but we are hosted on Tuesday nights. That's our Westbury group. We borrowed the space at BOCES, and they have been so gracious, and we're here in the Nassau BOCES building tonight as well. And I also want to thank the Freeport Library and everything that they've done for us, because they have hosted us for the Freeport group. So with that, I'm going to let Jan introduce, and we have a lot of community partners in the room also. I'm going to pass the mic to Farhana Islam, one of our graduates from our Westbury group.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Farhana. I have the pleasure of announcing the Executive Director of Child Care Council of Nassau County, Dan Barbieri. And so we're able to have the Parent Leadership Initiative here in Nassau, and we were given the opportunity to connect with such incredible graduates that are sitting here today. So thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. Welcome, and thank you all for being here on this very special night for us, our 4th graduation. I cannot believe it. We started out. Actually, a few of us in this room were told this couldn't be done.
That's right.
Well, we didn't miss it. So, I'm the Executive Director of the Child Care Council of Nassau. I'm not going to take your time telling you about the council. What I want to say to you, it's about children and families. Please read about us on our website. We need you, we need all of you in this room to know about the work we do. Basically, we connect families with child care programs. The rest of it, it's all on the website. And I know that it's also Lisa took the time to put out a vision and mission on your program. You can take a peek at that as well. I want to make sure that I mention to you this program is here because of the foresight of my counterpart in Suffolk County. Her name is Janet Wallenstein, and she brought parent leadership over 25 years ago to Suffolk County. And because of that, and that's where Danielle first got involved with it, and I was working with Danielle on the advisory council there, and we worked hard to bring it to Nassau. And it's because of the generosity of many people in this room, many of our donors, the Hattie Foundation, and many of our community partners. It just couldn't happen without our community. This truly is just one great big effort. I come from a large family. It has paid. I mean, for me, I feel like that's been my experience with PLI. Everybody has chipped in and given back, and it has just grown and grown and grown. So I thank all of you in this room. I do want to point out that we have a couple of our advisory committee members here. Lucinda Hurley. Is Angela here yet? Yeah. Angela's on the I don't know if Linda Parmalee here yet, but Linda Parmalee and is Linda here?
No.
No, okay. So Marie, have all spent a tremendous amount of time. Excuse me. My allergy medicine just drives me out. I can't speak. So these people have spent a tremendous amount of time helping with this program, get it going, and making it continue to grow. We also have the distinct pleasure of now of this partnership with Family Leadership Network. Lynette Batts and I have actually, we go back to what, 1982, when I first came to childcare in Washington, a long time ago. And now I have the pleasure of working with Jacob as well. So I'm thrilled. I have a colleague here. I was with her yesterday in Albany. She's here tonight, Fanny Glover. Council for larger, that's the network of all the child care resource and referral agencies that we belong to, and they're helping to promote the whole concept of family leadership. I'm hoping after today and tonight, Fanny's going to go back to Albany and she's going to work real hard and helping to move this to a statewide level. A few of my staff are here. If you just wave, I'm not going to call out. I know Joy, really the other half of my brain is here. I know that. Most importantly, I thank each and every one of you, the PLI graduates tonight, the hard work that you put into all of these weeks after coming out you come out after a full day of work. You have commitments to your own jobs, to your families, and you've done an incredible job. And now, we're going to continue to call on you. You're going to become part of a larger network. We are so grateful for your commitment, and I just want to warn the elected officials in this room, watch out. They're known to take office very quickly. Put a challenge out there. With that, I think I might have the honor and the privilege of introducing our councilwoman, Dorothy Goodspeed. Right on time.
Well, hello, everybody. My goodness gracious, you have so many graduates. I can't believe it. This is wonderful. Congratulations, all of you who have worked hard enough to be able to move on up. Congratulations. You know what makes me know that our children are really going to be taken care of. Because you know now what they need, and thank you so much for doing that. So it took a lot of work to get through, but you did it. So give yourselves a big hand. Now, I have certificates. I don't know what they're going to do, but I need to sit down. I can't stand up too long. So
We'll make it my seat. And now, certificates after, right?
I'm not right. And I would miss that for the world. I would.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening,
It's not working well.
I'm with the Freeport Group PLI. I have to be personally blessed to be part of this wonderful program. I truly believe that we learn through other people's experiences. I believe that this program strengthens my leadership skills, not only as a parent, but first professionally and as a member of my local community. I have the privilege to introduce someone who is a true leader to me. She's a strong, charismatic, and compassionate leader. I appreciate the personal experiences that she shared with us in class. As a woman, I admire her strength and character. As a parent, I admire her resilience. When times get tough, it's easy to give up, but she never does. Without further ado, I introduce to you from the Freeport Group, Family and Community Court Connector, Nora Bassett. Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Beth, and
about what goes on behind the scenes of passing laws and learning how to advocate for our children and our community. This is important because children are our future, and the earlier we groom them, the better equipped they will make a life. So thank you. With that being said, I would like to introduce Lily Dixon. You know her as Betty, and she is a family and community connector, and she facilitated the Westbury Parent Initiative.
You saw that we're kind of playing with each other about you first, no, you first. And there's so much excitement here for us tonight and so many things that we want to talk about. I don't want to take her time, she doesn't want to take mine. But we're going to start, I'm going to start. I'm just going to break the ice and I'm going to start. So what I want to discuss with you or to speak to you about is actually the experience that was kind of, I'm going to say overwhelming. It was overwhelming. Will you guess? Say yes. No, we don't need a mic. Stop it. So here's the thing. It was overwhelming, this experience, because of the way that I saw people appear before me. And all of you that attended the panel discussion, raise your hand. The people that attended the panel discussion, yes. And the people that participated in the panel discussion, you know exactly what I mean. So the panel discussion was an activity in leadership that was actually organized in 2 locations. One in Westbury, one in Freeport. But we put the program together with the parents having full control over everything that needed to be done. They planned it. They organized it. They worked together in committees. They worked on what they were going to say and how they were going to say it separately. And then the night of the actual event, all of you that have been in the business world, you know about spontaneity, contingency planning. So the night of the event, they did that. It's fabulous. For an instructor and a facilitator, it's your heart's dream to see people unfold in terms of their ability to lead before your eyes. To watch people that were soft-spoken speak out. To watch people that were uncertain have confidence. To watch people on a drop of a dime, where's the young lady that just introduced me? Stand up for a second. So someone was absent. As she came in the door, I told her, you got a new job, you're on. As I was taking her coat off, I was telling her what to do, and she started doing it. Yes, right? Yes. And that's what wonder why would I say something that is powerful and overwhelming? The ability to watch people change before your eyes, to emerge as leaders spontaneously. You know, people say, oh, you can't change people. I saw people change in a second. And that's how it can happen. So there was a joking warning that was given. Watch out for us. For real, watch out for us.
All right, so now I'm going to introduce... there we go. Can everybody hear me now? Okay, this is exciting, because I can hear myself. So I had the honor, and when I tell you honor, I've never facilitated a group before. And when she says people change and blossom and become someone that you've never expected, it is absolutely 100% true. I witnessed my group personally become individuals that I then later did not recognize. Right? And amazingly, they trusted me enough, right, to actually open up. So when I tell you it was an honor, it was an honor. It truly was. With that being said, the Westbury class, well, each class, assigned one person to come up and speak. And this one person came out of her cocoon and became this amazing butterfly. Someone who wouldn't even make eye contact sometimes, to then later gave you the look. And that's when I knew my job was done. So with that being said, I want to introduce to you my dear friend, Sonia.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sonia Levine. With sincere gratitude, I consider this opportunity a great honor to address you in our graduation ceremony. One day I was conversing with my coworker who gave me 2 flyers, one with the Information Cafe and the other PLI. The red highlighted L in the acronym PLI caught my attention. Just beneath it was the definition, Parent Leadership Initiative. I do not know if the word parent, leadership, or initiative that ignited my excitement, but my curiosity was aroused. On that said flyer was a jackpot question. Have you ever thought about getting involved with your community or school but did not know how? Well, my answer to that question is yes. Thanks to Parent Leadership Initiative, I now have the keys to unlock that door. On the cafe night, Mrs. Nora Bassett undoubtedly delivered a powerful introduction to the Parent Leadership Initiative program. Her enthusiastic presentation was the delightful bait on the hook that reeled me in. And here I am, 7 months later. On the first night of the class, we were told to trust the process and see where it leads. So with much joy and great expectation, I eagerly anticipated the next move. Of all the various topics and interactive participation, during our weekly session, there were 3 that were paramount. 1, the identity iceberg. This was indeed an eye-opener. It reminds us not to judge anyone by their appearance, because everyone's culture and social identities are not always seen on the surface. 2, the community. A community is defined as a unified group of people with common interests who are engaged in joint action. During a group exercise, we formed a circle using a multicolored ball of yarn, where everyone was responsible for keeping the tension on the yarn. This depicted a strong community. In that demonstration, one person released the tension, and part of the yarn collapsed, illustrating how important it is for everyone to fulfill their responsibility in the community to achieve a unified goal. And 3, the time machine. As a community, we got into the time machine, traveled as far back as the 14th century, and began our journey from there to the 21st century. After disembarking the time machine, we gathered to reflect on the events of the time travel, which was disturbing and emotional for many of us. My fact-finding conclusion is that it was not only about race and inequality, but about power, dominance, and inflicting fear, which still exists today in the 21st century. In conclusion, in order for us to effectively and successfully affect change in our community, we need these 6 elements. 1, the vision. 2, assessment. 3, planning. 4, implementation. 5, monitoring and evaluating. In these 2 areas, your leadership skills are very important. And 6, follow up. In this case, you want to make sure the project is reaching the standards or goals you set. Again, my sincere gratitude to Parent Leadership Initiative, my facilitators, classmates, the panel of legislators, and aid. You did not only give me the key, but the vehicle filled with knowledge to get me to my destination in order to fulfill my destiny. Thank you.
Absolutely wonderful. You've made us so proud today. I really appreciate that. Yes. And now I have the privilege of introducing our speaker from Freeport. Gina, please.
Good evening, everyone. It is a privilege to be sitting here before you to tell you about my experience with PLI. If anybody knows me, they know that I'm like behind the scene. I don't like to speak in public. And you know what? That's what PLI does. It forces you to come out of your comfort zone. And they believe in you. It's one thing for your family to believe in you, but when total strangers to believe in you and invest in you, and they see something that you have that you can't see for yourself. So when they chose me to speak, I was like, what am I going to speak about? Oh my God, my heart sank. I was like, should I call Siri? Let me see, what can I do? But I was reminded of when I went to my PLI meeting, I saw Nora. And I just wanted to be just like her because she's confident, she's elegant, and the way she speaks, I was like, I want to be around greatness. I want to make a difference. So she's the person to be around. And I was so happy that I got to join the group. And everybody in the class just welcomed me. I would be quiet. Everybody would be speaking. And I would be quiet. And then they voted me to represent the class. So I am so happy that they chose me. I'm always routing from my kids, telling them, you could do it, you have a voice, but I didn't believe it in myself. So PLI really transformed me, and I am so happy. Thank you, everyone, for your time.
Evening. You're on fire tonight. What was that thing that you said they said in Ghana?
Aquaba.
Aquaba. Yeah. Okay. We have the special privilege of introducing 2 people that I think are phenomenal. I'm going to do my person first. And this person is the CEO of Choice for All. This young man is phenomenal. I can't even do justice to beginning to describe him. He's bright, he's intelligent, he has the finesse and the style that is so appropriate in almost any situation you put him in where there may possibly be conflict. He has a way of minimizing it and diffusing it. I don't want to have his head blown up so much that he floats up here. So I'm going to stop now and simply say, without further ado, I would like to ask Jacob Dixon to please come up along with.
So my person is someone that I actually very much admire. She might not know that, but now she does. Someone who walks into the room is so regal, right? That has that presence. You're just like, oh, she just walked into the room. Okay, right? And then you just watch to see what she's gonna do and say, right? you just really never know. And it's like that. It really is amazing to watch and witness. And then she says things that like resonate with you and stay with you and make you think, right? And you go, I never think about it that way. And so when you wonder where we get it from, right? These are our fearless leaders. And she's shaking her head at me like, mm-mm. And I'm just like, mm-hmm. So I want to introduce Lynette Bass.
Because I'm here tonight because in 1980, I'm here as a supporter. Jan and I can tell you that I'm here for Jan. I'm here for the work that the Child Care Council has done, because in 1980, I had to leave corporate America because I too was a parent that didn't have the tools and didn't have this network that is here. And Jan and I, for I don't know how many years, worked on child issues trying to find advocates. So I'm here to commend you. I'm here to thank you, and I cannot believe the support that's in this room that I wish that was there for me. But I'm here. But again, this is your
well, first and foremost, thank you to all of you for being here, being present, and being fully invested in these graduates, because this is going to be a journey. This isn't only the beginning, but this is a path that's going to take some time. We talked about that, right? But we appreciate that. And first and foremost, I want to thank also the Child Care Council of Nassau. Jan and Joy, working with them as CEO of Choice for All. I founded the organization 6 years ago. Actually, I'm lying. It's not even 6 years ago. It's about 11 years now. We founded the organization because of the fact that there was a struggle in my community. I'm born and raised in Roosevelt. And one of the concerns about Roosevelt is that often we see these negative headlines, but when in reality there were voices that were there, the people who wanted to get energized, and I connected with people of all walks of life to be able to say, what can we do different? I was a special education teacher. That was my passion. I thought I was going to stay there for 20 years. That was my goal. But in that path, I realized when I came back home to a legislature meeting and learned that services were being cut in our community and was asking what was going on, I looked at a group of parents that I knew of from my neighborhood and I said, can we do something different? And they created the name Choice for All because they felt they didn't have an option. And now we're going to be moving soon into a 3-story community center. And so when you look at what it takes to do this, Choice for All mission is to unlock the potential of Long Island children and families and strengthen them by building intentional power, aka the Family Leadership Network. And the Family Leadership Network's main charge is to shift the culture of what it means to be a responsible advocate. And how do we do that on Long Island? And so part of this effort is to really look at PLI as just a stepping stone. And Child Care Council of Nassau has been providing that for 4 years, and we hope it's going to be longer. Because through this effort, it's going to take all of you in this room to be able to say, not just from PLI, but within ourselves, that we are worthy, we are enough, and our voices matter. And so with that, I can't thank enough Nora, and Freddie and Lisa. I've sat in team meetings with you all, and I have to tell you, the three things that they told me was your drive, your passion, and most of all, your focus. You never lost sight of your end goal, which was the children. It was the families. And that is an intentionality that you have to walk into that rooms when you go into that board meeting, whether you go to a legislative hearing, whether you go to Albany, whether you run for elected office. Remember where it started. And remember the fact that you are enough. And so with that said, the last thing I wanted to point out was the importance of collaboration. Can I have all the graduates please stand? Because I want to make sure I look at each and every one of you. Understand that this journey that you are about to experience now, from all of us here, thank you. This is a thankless job when you go into selfless service. And when you're often in there, it's the truth. People go in enough for it, and we want to make sure that we honor you now, here, in this moment. So take this, celebrate it, and know that when you're in that tough moment, and you're trying to figure out, why am I here and what is my purpose? Go back to here. Because this is the heart that keeps you beating. This is the moment that allows you to see that you are better than where you are now. So thank you. And thank you everybody for coming.
I want to thank Mayor Don Ryan for those kind words. And you know I'm sold out with PLI, and we and my brother joined PLI to come out and be a help, to be a service in Hempstead and throughout. So thank you again. Well, I have the privilege to announce one who, when I first made the call, and I made an appointment to come on out on have the interview. And just so happened we had an interview on Monday, and I always use Monday because I'm off of work. And when I got a text or the email that came and it said it would be on a Thursday. So I said, well, all right, it's on Thursday, but I know we had agreed on a Monday. So I'm going along on my Monday at work, throughout the day, and I got a phone call about 12 o'clock. And then she says, I'm so sorry, but we had a meeting and I see that I put a wrong date on here. So I said, no problem, I'll be right there. So when I got there, when I tell you humility, she said sorry to me maybe 7, 8 times, and I said, it's no problem, I'm really interested in this, and I think this is something that I need. And we had a conversation, we had an interview, and it was a wonderful time. But then I watched her as we were in class. And as we know, Nora is the speaker, she runs the class, she runs things. But Lisa would sit on the side, and she wouldn't speak too much. But when she did speak, it was very powerful. It was very powerful. So it was, without her even letting someone like myself know, and I'm sure the class, you know how to play your position. Everybody has a lane. And watching her, she knew how to play her lane, and she played it very well. So with further ado, I would like to bring for the Senior Program Coordinator, Ms. Lisa Copeland.
Curtis is pretty awesome. Pretty remarkable guy. And I have to say that I guess I should not say I'm speechless, but I am, because this whole entire group are just unbelievable. And I had the honor of having a chance to meet pretty much all of you while we were going through the interview process. And one after the other of you, we would say, oh my God, where's it coming from? How did we find these amazing people? And we knew it. Still, you continue to surprise us each week. Each week you had something new, something different. You amazed us. And I'm very, very, very proud to be part of this program, and I'm very proud to have gotten to know all of you this year, and I thank you. These guys came not only after work and after caring for kids, they came after going to school, at taking programs to be entrepreneurs, grad programs. I mean, they showed up every week despite so much, and they really deserve kudos. So that is part of what I'm here for. And now, I'm going to do this first, or you want to go first? It's up to you. Okay. We are going to begin the certificates as a final kind of ending to our program. But right before that,
Just very quickly, before the certificates, we do have to just acknowledge the force behind this initiative and making all of this happen. Danielle Asher.
and I have to say that's typical of Danielle, who helped us plan the whole program, but didn't put in the moment that we need to acknowledge her. So that is very much in her nature. She's busy giving everybody else kudos, and truly, truly deserves it, because truly, without her, they wouldn't, PLI came to being through your force of nature, I think. So yes, thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be calling you up, and actually, Betty and Nora, do you want to come up? We have certificates from, I'm going to read out the list, because you got recognized by a lot of people. We have certificates for you from the Village of Hempstead. Thank you from the mayor. Senator Charles Schumer sent certificates. Senator Kirsten Gillibrand sent certificates. Congressman Tom Suozzi, Congresswoman Kathleen Rice, Assembly Member Anthony Durso, State Senator Elaine Phillips, Assembly Member Phil Ramos, County Legislator Sheila Bino, Councilperson Viviana Russell, County Executive Laura Curran, Assembly Member Michael Montesano. Keeps going, we got more. Legislator Ellen Birnbaum, State Senator Todd Kaminsky, Assembly Member Melissa Miller, State Senator Thomas Croce, Legislator Tom McKevitt, State Senator Kim Hannon, and the Senior Councilwoman Dorothy Glusky. Okay, so we are going to now pull you up one by one and give you your certificate from PLI along with the certificates from all the elected officials. So if you don't mind, one by one, we'll call you up alphabetical. Brian Brunetti. And now we switch to the Westbury group, Joan Anthony. And Irene Ballesteros. And Catherine Gant. Sonia Levine. Amy Martin. Sarah Morrison. Last but not least, Wallace Okay, just one quick announcement. We have one more elected official represented here, Lynn Cool, who represents the town of Hempstead Clerk Sylvia Cabana. Thank you very much. And I have to say that Lynn has been a tremendous help. She was with Sela Vinyl for a number of years and has been a tremendous help and supporter at PLI. Thank you. So we are pretty much at our end except for a couple things. We are going to invite up Joan Antoinette to come have a few last words.
I just want to thank everybody for coming out to support myself and all our fellow graduates. This was an amazing program from start to finish. There were days where I was like, oh, what am I doing this? This is not what I wanted to do. Then there were days I was like, wow, this is amazing. So I just want to thank everybody, Danielle, Fetty, Laura, Lisa, and everybody. And go enjoy yourself. Thank you.